Hello and welcome to Computology Academy, and today we are going to talk about the surprise element. So what is this surprise element, with which sector it is related, and why Modi ji is emphasizing on this surprise element? What is the need to develop such kind of surprise element with the help of indigenization of various sectors in India? So let us start the discussion. And here Prime Minister Modi, Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji was delivering the speech. He was taking a webinar for the defense sector, and here he stressed the importance of customization and uniqueness of the defense systems and equipments, and why this is needed, that we will see in the benefit slide when we will discuss about the benefits. However, he was saying that there is need of customization of defense equipments and defense systems that is being used by India, because most of the defense systems and equipments are imported from abroad, mostly from Russia, United States, and some other countries, Israel, etc. Right? And that is why there is need of customization, and there should be some element of uniqueness in this defense system, because such kind of defense systems are available with some other countries also, and from those countries many of the knowledge about such kind of defense systems may percolate to the adversaries of India, and this will jeopardize the defense and security of India in warlike situation. And that is why the need is there to customize it, and it can be achieved. How it can be achieved? He was saying that it can be achieved through development of indigenous equipments. Like India is nowadays, since last 5 years, emphasizing more on developing the indigenous defense systems like air defense system, etc., missile system, various things. LSC also developed, the Tejas also developed by the DRDO, etc., and these are very important with respect to the defense of India. And here he was saying that Atmanirbharta in defense. So Atmanirbhar Bharat is one of the pet project, or one of the brainchild of Prime Minister Modi ji, and he is emphasizing too much on this Atmanirbhar Bharat, whether it is in the food security, whether it is in the import of critical electronic goods, etc., various things. In each and everything he says that there should be Atmanirbharta, self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency is very delicate and needed thing in any situation. आप कहीं जा रहे हैं, किसी से झगड़ा हो गया, तो आप अगर सेल्फ सफिशिएंट नहीं है, इफ यू आर नॉट कैपेबल ऑफ हैंडलिंग दैट सिचुएशन बाय योर ओन, then definitely you are going to be beaten and thrashed by the goons who are in front of you. But if you are self sufficient, if you are able to defend yourself, you are आत्मनिर्भर, then such kind of thing will not happen to you. बाद में आप किसी को बुलाए, फोन कॉल कर लिया, भाई पिट गए, बहुत लोग आ गए, बाद में जो भी कर लिए, initially you will be at a receiving end. So that is the situation, and that is why Atmanirbharta is very important thing. And here he said that there is need of call to action. Some actions are needed in the defense sector so that India will become self-sufficient, India will become Atmanirbhar, and through that there will be surprise element, right? So here some of the measures were announced in the budget itself, and these measures were mainly providing the level playing field for the private sector industries who are already operational in this sector, as well as to startups also, so that the startups will not at a disadvantageous position if they are trying to get some kind of tender from the government. So these things should be looked after. And how it will be achieved? So here the method will be transparent method and time bound method and pragmatic approach, and these things will be initiated in the field of fair systems trial. fair systems of trial. So whatever the defense equipment is being developed by the private sector or new startups, their trial will be done in a transparent way, in the time bound manner. There will be no delay and there will be pragmatic approach. There will be enthusiasm to do the trial and to do it in the efficient way, right? And again, testing should also be done in the same way. Thereafter, certification. Most of the defense equipments need the certification from the defense, and there is a need that this certificate should be with such kind of equipments, then only they will be purchased by the government. So such kind of things will be done in the transparent manner, and for this, if you want to maintain the transparency, then the defense sector, the armed forces, the air forces, etc., are also having their own wing of developing different equipments. DRDO is there, thereafter HAL is there. So all this things are already working. That is why it is said that an independent nodal umbrella agency, umbrella body will be created, so that these things, the trial, testing and certification work, will be looked after in the transparent manner by this independent umbrella nodal agency or the body who will be doing all these work, so that none of the private sector industries and the startups will be in a disadvantageous position. So what would be the benefits out of this? So first of all, India has reduced its expenditure considerably in last 5 years. India has reduced its expenditure in the defense procurement by 33% in last 5 years. So this was a great achievement, but still India is the second largest arms importer in the world. Still India needs to import its arms from different countries, and it is the second largest importer. नीचे तो हुआ है खर्च, लेकिन इतना भी नीचे नहीं हुआ है कि मजे से बैठ सकते हैं, ठीक है. एंड इंडिया इज इंक्रीजिंग इट्स एक्सपोर्ट ऑल्सो, बट स्टिल द एक्सपोर्ट इज नॉट टू द ट्यून ऑफ सच एन अमाउंट दैट इंडिया विल meet its expenditure on the import of arms, and that is why India needs to develop more indigenous equipments. Next is, it will save the forex. Obviously India is spending too much of amount in defense procurements, so this is causing a dent on the forex reserve of India, and this can be saved if indigenous equipments will be developed. Next is, it will provide an edge over the adversaries, because India will not sell these defense equipments to its adversaries, and most of the critical technologies will not be provided to most of the nations. Only the close friendly relation nations will be only in position to procure such kind of critical cutting edge technological defense equipment systems, and that is why India will have an edge over the adversaries. Like if we talk about the Rafale jet, then the Rafale jet is with India. India has already procured it, and India can destroy Pakistan using the Rafale jet. But Pakistan is also having the knowledge about the Rafale jet, because Turkey is also using the Rafale jet. UAE is also using the same fighter jets, and that is why it will not provide such a huge edge over Pakistan in case of fighter jets to India, and that is why India needs to develop its indigenous defense equipment system. Next is self-sufficiency during the war-like situation. Like if we see the situation of Kargil, then during that period India was using too many of the tanks which were of United States origin, and India was in need of some of the equipments that were needed during the war of Kargil, but United States denied to supply those equipments and India had to suffer. But during that period Israel helped the Indian defense forces with the supply of the equipments, because Israel was also using the same equipments, as well as India was also helped by South Africa. So in that case If these two nations would not have helped India, then India would have been at a losing end. But such kind of situation will not arise if indigenously developed equipments will be used. And next is revenue through export. Like we are experiencing, we are seeing that in case of BrahMos missile system, India is exporting the BrahMos missile system to different countries, friendly nations, as well as India is also receiving the order, as well as the interest is shown by various nations in case of Tejas fighter jet, right? Tejas LCA. And what is the way forward? All these plans and programs needs to be made reality on the ground level. So for this matter, India needs to invest in the research and developmental work, because the critical equipments, critical defense systems needs a huge investment in the research and development. Only then a cutting edge technology can be developed. Next is economic viability for the private sector. If the private sectors are investing the money in the research and development, then in that case they should be awarded with a considerable amount of tenders, so that their economic profitability should be ensured. And also, with the approval of the government, they should also be allowed to export such kind of defense equipments to friendly nations, right? Next is ensuring the quality control is very needed thing, otherwise it will become like China's J-17 or J-16, whatever you say. Such kind of aircraft are meeting the accidents time and again. Pakistan was also using these aircrafts, and everybody knows what happened to Pakistan, right? Next is implementation in letter and spirit, like the certification, trial, and all those things should be done in the transparent manner, in time bound manner, in a proactive way. So these things should be made ground reality in letter and spirit. Only then the private sector and the startups will be going on to invest in the research and developmental work. Next is proper surveillance is also needed. Like if some of the private sector industries develop such kind of critical defense equipment system, then there should be no data leakage, there should be no data trade with the adversaries, like it had happened in case of some of the engineers of DRDOs who had sold the defense equipment secrets to various nations. Mainly there was Pakistan, to whom he had sold the defense equipment informations, right? So these kind of things should be looked after. And last but not the least, I would like to inform you all that the General Studies Foundation course for Civil Services 2023 exam has been announced by Computology IS Academy. That is going to start on 28th of March 2022. This will be a comprehensive batch which will cover the prelims comes mains syllabus completely. This is an offline batch where you will be provided with the hand holding and personal mentoring till the final selection, right? And here you go and contact us on these mobile number and WhatsApp numbers for further details. You can also get in touch with on these landline numbers, and for further details visit our website. You can also download the detailed syllabus from there, and do follow us on our social media handles. This is for Facebook and Instagram. This is our Telegram channel, and do subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload new videos. Thank you very much and have a nice day.